Okay, this is something, people, as they get older, they always talk trash about the emerging generation coming up. They don't care about work and they always complain about everything and blah, blah, blah. How many times have generations said that, not just in the United States, but probably throughout history? You could probably find something going back 1,000 years where people were talking trash about the generation coming up. And Gen Z, for some reason, really takes it on the chin. And Krista, what exactly is the age of Gen Z?
I don't know. I'll have
Will
to
you
look that up?
I don't know the exact parameters of what Gen Z is, but you got to hear this. Gen Z, according to a new Vanguard study, looking at employees 18 to 24, which is obviously within the encompassing years of Gen Z, that they save for retirement at more than twice the rate of what prior generations did. More than twice the rate. Now, there's a behavioral, so you got it. Gen Z current age is 11 to 26.
Born 1997 to 2012.
So 2 of my 3 kids are Gen Z, and then I got a millennial too. So they're supposed to be just absolute, we used to use the term slackers.
Uh-huh.
My Gen Z daughter works 3 jobs to try to pay bills. That doesn't sound like a slacker to me.
No, she is no slacker.
And our son shows great work ethic as a teenager. But anyway, I know this thing shows that people have this thing about each generation. And I hear it from people. That's how you know you're old like I am, is people are talking about, there's kids today, yeah. No, there are different factors that affect every generation. But there's a behavioral finance reason why this generation is saving at more than twice the rate as young people of any prior generation. And it's not because they are fantastic. It's because of a change in the law was fantastic that allowed for auto-enrollment of people at work into retirement plans. The percent of people who participate goes through the roof. And now, a majority of employers have automatic enrollment. New employee comes, we have it at our company, a new employee comes to work for one of my corporate entities, and we automatically enroll them in our 401k. And we automatically match the first 6% dollar for dollar, right? And so we have 100% participation, because it would be like taking a 6% pay cut if they didn't participate. And fortunately, overwhelmingly, they put in more than 6%. But they're working in our financial world here. They're going to be of a mindset that they're into it. But what about other people? Well, because the automatic enrollment places that do, 90% of people 18 to 24 are participating in retirement plans. And this is why I've been so much an advocate for decades of having retirement plans be, this sounds impossible for somebody who has libertarian leanings like me, but I've always been about mandatory retirement savings, that people be required to save for retirement, because otherwise, where do they want the money to come from? They want it to come from government, right?
And what's government money?
Yeah, it's our money, right? But every country in the world has this same thing, that if people aren't required to save, they're then like, well, somebody's got to pay for me. I mean, where's it going to come from? It's going to come from government. So Social Security is not enough to provide for a comfortable retirement. And sadly, a lot of people on Social Security, it's all the money they have. That's all they have every month. So this idea of, if you're an employer and you don't have mandatory enrollment in retirement accounts, no, you're really hurting your workers. You're really hurting them. And you'll lower the cost of providing a plan as you have more people participating. But think about that. 90% 90% of people 18 to 24 participate in a plan where you have mandatory enrollment. Why? Because it's already happening. And from the get-go, you're used to this is what your net check is. And money's there building up in a retirement account. And you're building up a lifetime habit of saving for the future. That's why you always hear me talk about build habits, build habits, build habits. You know, we want to get more physically fit. We have to have a habit. And, you know, we have to have a routine of regular exercise. And when you look at money, you have to have money habits that make you physically fit, which is why I talk about contributing to a Roth IRA automatically. Set it on automatic pilot and contribute every month. Now, it's great. We got so many people contributing to retirement accounts because it just happens automatically. You don't have to. You can then go and say, hey, I don't want this good deal from you. Stop taking this money out of my check. And almost nobody does that. Almost nobody does it because it is such a great thing for you for your long term, for the ability to create financial independence. You start saving as a teenager or a 20-something, your glide path is so much easier and so different than people that are older. And congratulations that you are the greatest saving generation ever.